Hi everyone, my name is Olivia Allen, and this past year I was a part of the Senior Project 2018 class. For my project, I took a political and economic approach because this is something that I want to do later in life. I definitely want to study politics and economics in college and maybe make a career out of it. For my project, I tackled what I consider one of the biggest issues that society faces today, which is the ever-growing national debt. People say that money is the root of all politics, and I absolutely agree with this. And I think that in a time when we are so politically divided and there is so much tension, that some of this could be alleviated if the government were in a financially better situation. Now, the debt is an accumulation of past yearly deficits, so in order to even consider tackling the national debt, we just first have to run a balanced annual budget. This is essentially what my project was. I looked at the fiscal year 2016 budget and reworked it so that it was balanced. My knowledge has grown exponentially since the beginning of the year. When I started my project in September, the only thing I knew about the budget was that we spent more than we made. But now I am so aware of how our tax system works and how the government makes revenue, as well as the other half of it, where we spend money, why we spend money, and how much we spend. And so I am most proud of my final product, which is my plan for running a balanced budget in 2016. This has to be considered my crowning accomplishment based off the sheer number of people that told me along the way that I wouldn't be able to do it, that if a room full of middle-aged politicians couldn't balance a budget, then there was no way that a senior at Oliver Ames High School could. But I did, and I am very proud of how it came out, especially due to the just vast amount of hours that I put in to researching every number and combing through government documents and doing so many calculations to try and get the money that I needed. And it was just so satisfying as I went along, watching that the amount I had to go just continually get smaller and smaller. My advice for future senior project students would be to manage your time wisely. This isn't like any other class you've taken where you due date every Monday and Tuesday. This is one due date at the end of the year, and you need to spend your entire year working on it. You can't just leave it all for the end of term 2 and the end of term 3. You need to be able to break up your time and sit down and just work on it, because that is when it's just so rewarding. It's so satisfying working on your senior project because it's so much bigger than yourself. It's so much bigger than a grade. It's so much bigger than just a teacher. It's the entire community is involved in this process. And so you can't just put it off because you have a math test the next day. You actually need to go in and work on it whenever you have time, and it's so rewarding when you do. I would just like to thank the Senior Project Board for taking the time to review my portfolio. I'd like to thank Mr. Goldberg and my mentor for supporting me along the way, as well as the other senior project kids and my family and friends who have all helped me make this possible.